Here are 5 things that you don't want to hear about weight loss, but that you need to know. And look, if you can't handle the truth, then I suggest you just skip this video because I'm about to give it to you real. The first thing is you haven't lost any weight because of you. Look, the weight is not going to start coming off until you put in effort and you're consistent. I don't care how many TikTok videos you save. I don't care how many diets you write down. If you don't follow the plan, you're not going to lose weight. It's simple as that. And if you say, oh, well, I can't really get active right now, that's okay. You can at least eat in a calorie deficit. Eating a calorie deficit is going to help you lose weight, whether you're fully active or not. So you're still fat right now because of yourself. The second thing is weight loss is not going to happen overnight. I don't care how many videos you look up on TikTok, how to lose 10 pounds in a week, how to lose 10 pounds in a day. No. It might happen, but look, that's not sustainable and that's not healthy. We want healthy, sustainable weight loss. So what you need to do is get in a healthy calorie deficit and follow a plan that you can be consistent with. Because I promise eating 1 egg a day to lose 10 pounds in a week is not sustainable and it's not going to last for a long time. So yeah, you might lose 10 pounds in that 1 week, but then you're going to gain 20 pounds in the next week and you're going to be back at square one. So look up something that's sustainable and that you can actually follow. The third thing is you're being too nice to yourself. Yes, self-love is amazing. We love that. But if you're telling yourself, oh, I look good, I don't need to lose the weight, or I can just wait till next week, that's your issue, okay? Because you're going to keep pushing it back week after week and you're never going to lose weight. So sometimes it's okay to look in the mirror and be like, dang, you look huge. You need to lock in. What can I do to start hitting my weight loss goals? Stop being so nice to yourself. You already know you're cute. So stop telling yourself you're cute and tell yourself that you look big like you actually do. And it's time to lock in because that's the only way that you're actually going to lose weight. The fourth thing is eating healthy does not always mean losing weight. You can eat 5 healthy things a day that exceed your calorie deficit and you're not going to lose weight. So you need to make sure you're eating meals that falls within your calorie deficit because that is how you lose weight. And also some of those meals that you think are healthy probably aren't even healthy. Like that salad you ate that was drenched in salad dressing that was 100 calories per serving that you just poured over it wasn't healthy. You have to make sure that you're counting the calories of everything down to the dressings, the oils, or everything. Because I promise 9 times out of 10, your salad not even that healthy because the dressing just screwed you over. And number 5, the biggest thing and the biggest excuse. But you do have time. Stop saying, oh, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to meal prep. Yes, you do. It only takes 30 minutes to an hour today to either meal prep or get active. So those 30 minutes while you're just laying on your couch, laying in your bed, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on your phone, that is the time that you can be using to get one step closer to your weight loss goals. Because you're using that time to save videos of everybody else that lost weight when you could be the one actually losing weight. So just make sure you're being intentional with your timing. And if you see yourself just scrolling, laying in the bed and realize you haven't did anything to get one step closer to your weight loss goals, use that time to get up and actually do something that's going to help you lose weight. So if you stayed this far along in the video, that means you're not scared to hear the truth and that you're ready to lose weight. So I'm rooting for you. Y'all got this. Make sure you lock in. And I'm so excited to see everyone's results.
If you do not want to be fat anymore, these are my top 5 weight loss tips. Number 1, don't tell anybody about it. When you're on a weight loss journey, you do not need anybody's opinion. Speaking from experience, as soon as you tell people that you want to lose weight, people are immediately going to give you how to do it, how your body looks. Oh, like, oh, baby, you don't need to lose weight. Oh, no. Or they're going to tell you, oh, yeah, you need to do the keto diet. You do not need people's opinion. Don't tell anybody. Put your head down and do the work. Number 2, stop waiting for January 1st. Monday, the 1st of the month. Get started right now, today. That is my second tip. And most of you guys already have all of the tools and knowledge to get started. So why are you not starting? Go, start right now. Number 3, surround yourself with fit people. If you do not have fit people in your real life that you can surround yourself with, follow 1 million people on social media that you aspire to be like. Matter of fact, have your whole social media be inspirational for you to get it going. Unfollow all of those mukbangers or crumble review. Get that out of here. Number 4, take your emotions out of it. Weight loss is a very simple equation. Calories in, calories out. If your weight is not moving, you need to eat less or you need to move more. If you're losing weight, great. You're in a deficit, keep going. Your emotions will blind you from reality. So many people will say, well, I've been in a calorie deficit and it doesn't work. You're not in a calorie deficit. Be grounded in reality and realize the only way I can lose weight is a calorie deficit and I have to take my emotions out of it. It is a simple math equation. Number 5. Make it a lifestyle. If you cannot sustainably do what you're doing to lose the weight forever, it's not gonna work out. It's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. Okay, I love you guys. Stay skinny, stay bad.
If you were my client and you wanted to lose 20 or more pounds before 2025 was over, this is the exact advice I'd give you. The year is halfway over at this point. 2025 is halfway over, but we can still lose 20 pounds before 2025 ends if we follow a game plan. So let me give you the game plan that I would follow, that I would have you follow if you were my client. So welcome, and let me teach you how to not only lose 20 or more pounds before 2025 is over, but keep that weight up for the rest of your damn life, because what we don't do around this neck of the woods is weight loss that we regain back. Good fucking bye. We do weight loss for the last damn time, so let's get into it. All right, we are following a process that we use with all of our clients. It's called the ABF way. Activate, burn, freedom. 3 steps, 3 parts. They all must be followed. They must be done in order. And if you skip one, I can no longer guarantee you're gonna lose weight for the last time, okay? So that's why we're not skipping steps around here. Number 1, activate. We are going to activate healthy habits, and we are going to start this journey together at our current body's maintenance calories. But I want to lose weight, Amanda. I know you do. I know you do. I want you to lose weight too, but I don't want you to lose weight and gain it back like you always have. And the pipeline to weight regain always happens because you're jumping right into a diet. And that diet, babe, it's not going to fucking save you if we don't do the work and save ourselves first. So we're going to save ourselves first and start and activate. At Activate, we are going to practice a couple things. We're going to practice tracking our calories at maintenance, because we all suck at tracking our calories because it's not something we have a ton of experience on. And so instead of trying to track in our deficit and have a bunch of errors that make us feel like we're working really hard and not seeing any progress, we're going to start tracking at maintenance and understand how to fill the gaps of any tracking errors we might be experiencing. We're also going to get some experience consistently using a food scale, because again, this isn't common knowledge and it's okay. So we're going to get experience doing that first. While we're doing that, we're going to fill the gaps in our nutrition, because I promise there's gaps to fill. We're going to practice eating 20 or 30 grams of protein at every motherfucking meal. We're going to practice having some food structure, 3 meals, 2 snacks. We're going to be consistent with that regularly. We're going to add more micronutrients, fruits and vegetables to our diet. We're going to work on getting our fiber intake up. We're going to do all of this at maintenance. Why? Because you have way more food availability, and you can work on figuring out, how do I actually do this with enough food volume? Because trying to do this when you're in a calorie deficit is so hard. You're chasing your own fucking tail at that point. So we're doing all this bullshit at maintenance. While we're also at maintenance, guess what we're going to do? We're going to make sure our food relationship's in a good fucking place, because no calorie deficit's going to save you if your food relationship is shit. Okay? If you feel like there's food you can't eat and lose weight, we're going to demolish that mindset at maintenance and teach you how to add those things in regularly. That means I want you eating some of those not good foods regularly, because there's no such thing as a not good food, okay? Some foods just carry more nutritional value. Some foods keep us fuller longer. Other foods just bring us a fucking joy, right? Like my ice cream every single night at the end of the night just brings me fucking joy. Does it do anything for my hunger? Absolutely fucking not. But it's a lot for my heart, and that's why I eat it, right? So we're going to focus on fixing our food relationship, understanding our emotional patterns, understanding how to actually fix root cause problems and activate. Because I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you just focus on weight loss and don't target why you gained weight in the first place, you are going to end up regaining the weight back. Activate is here to actually target the root cause reasons as to why we gained weight in the first place, fix them. So when we go into a deficit, we're not fighting against ourselves, and those old habits aren't going to bite us in the ass later, which cause us to regain weight. Activate depends, the time frame of Activate depends on the person. I wish I could give you one clear answer, but I'm going to say anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks we spend in Activate with an average client. Once we graduate from Activate, now we're going to take our maintenance calories and build into our first deficit. Depending on the person, we will build a deficit of anywhere from 200 to 500 calories. The depth, the deepness, that's not a word, the depth of that deficit, aka if we're going to be more moderate or more intense, 200 to 500, depends on the person. A lot of my clients are already losing weight in Activate. Like they're already losing weight at their maintenance calories. And so if they're already losing weight at their maintenance calories, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. I might also be more conservative if their food relationship is still in a little bit of a sticky place, or their schedule is very, very busy, which would prevent them from being a little bit more aggressive closer to that 500. If they weren't losing weight in Activate, which is not our goal, but sometimes it's a fringe benefit, I might then choose a slightly deeper deficit to really start to jumpstart their progress and really get that calorie deficit, that fat loss happening like they really want it to. Once we're in burn, we are going to follow a calorie deficit with 80% consistency for 12 to 16 weeks. If you're not 80% consistent, you can't tell me it didn't work, okay? Because 80% consistency is required. The devil's in the details when it comes to a deficit. We're going to follow that deficit for 12 to 16 weeks. And after 12 to 16 weeks, guess what we're going to do? We're going to take a structured fucking diet break. And if you skip steps, you don't see results, so you're not skipping this. A structured diet break is taking 72 hours and coming to our new body's maintenance calories. So let's say we lost 15 pounds in that first 16-week calorie deficit. Well, we're 15 pounds lighter, so the old maintenance calories we were using are no longer relevant. We're gonna update those maintenance calories, spend a weekend eating a little bit more food, take a mental and physical break. After that, or during that, we're gonna update how much more weight do we wanna lose, how far are we on. Let's say, okay, I lost 15 pounds, I wanna lose 15 more pounds. Okay, cool. I know how my body responded previously, I took a break, I'm mentally revived, I now wanna embark on another 16-week deficit because I'd like to lose my last 15 pounds. Beautiful. We build our deficit, we either go back to our old deficit because sometimes we don't have to change that. I know people are like, should I update my deficit here? Maybe not though, right? This is the nuance. This is where the coaching support comes in handy. Some of my clients jump right back into their old deficit, works like butter, they lose 15 more pounds. Other clients, we do need to make an adjustment, not right away, but sometimes maybe halfway through that deficit, we make a caloric adjustment. We only make adjustments when our body's telling us we need one, when we're truly not seeing progress and in a plateau, as long as we have 80% consistency there. So we go back through another 16-week deficit, we lose that 15 more pounds, boom, at your goal weight. Love to see it. You're feeling amazing, right? Awesome. Love it. Now we get that transition period. F, freedom. We went through activate, we went through burn. Check, check, done. Feeling like a freaking confident badass, slapping on outfits, walking out the door, stress-free shit in your body for the first time in, I don't know, decades. Well, now we don't just want to sample it. We don't want to sample this shit. We want this shit to stay for life. So now we have freedom, the last phase of the ABF way. We transition from our current ending calorie deficit to our new body's maintenance calories. We slowly bring our calories up at the pace preferred by the client. Right? I like to do that within a 4 to 6 week period, but I'm always going to be very mindful to do it at a pace that feels good for the client. We aren't staying in a deficit because, babe, that's not going to be the answer. I know you don't feel like you need to eat more food, but you do need to eat more food, okay? Because you're trusting me here. Because if you don't follow my process, what's going to happen? Weight regain, and aren't we sick and tired of that? So now that we're slowly working our calories up to freedom and we're up to our new body's maintenance calories, cool. Now we track at maintenance for a minute. We get used to what that food looks like. Okay, I can eat 2,000 calories per day and maintain my weight. This is what 2,000 calorie looks like. This is how I spread it out throughout my day. This is how I do it on normal days and not so normal days. That way we get a really good feel and understanding for it. And we're not in a sad tracking our food forever place. And people always say, I don't want to track my food forever. I never fucking said that. And that's how I know you didn't get to the end of the video. Nonetheless, though, now we start to link in intuitive eating. Let me teach you how to pull tracking out of your goddamn life and maintain your weight effortlessly, because isn't that the long-term goal? To effortlessly live in a body that feels good and have a food relationship where we don't fucking think about food 24/7. We just eat, we live, we feel good year round, and we never have to do this bullshit again. That is what I help women do exactly. That's the process. Follow it for success. Follow it for success. You want support and me laying it out for you so you don't have to think about anything because you're busy, right? You're like, okay, this sounds great, but I am fucking overwhelmed, right? I don't know if I'm going to be able to trust myself to actually implement these steps. That's exactly where I come in handy. I will tell you exactly what to do and how to do it week by week, day by day. Support every single week, no matter what, giving you guidance, the tough love, the accountability, and the structure that you need to make sure we lose 20 pounds before this year's over. And on top of that, make sure that we not only lose that weight, but we keep it off for the rest of our lives by following this process. If you want a handheld GPS guide helping you do all of this, that's exactly what I'm here to do. And if you made it to this point in the video, you should know that I only have 8 spots open for August to make this your reality. So if you don't want to hope it happens, you want to guarantee it happens, comment a heart below so we can chat more.
I've lost 80 pounds in the last year. Proof. And here are some tips that helped me lose the weight, and I hope that they will help you too. First, social media. Follow who you want to be like. Get rid of all the mukbangs. Get rid of all the food channels. Start following weight loss influencers, okay? I follow Mina Zali. She is a lifesaver. She helped me throughout my entire journey, and she just helped me stay motivated. You want your social media to be full of people that you want to be like to motivate you. Every time you go on your phone and you're doom scrolling, you want it to be motivation and not something that's going to get you to stray from your diet. Second, walk. Move your body. You do not need a gym membership. All I have done to lose 80 pounds is walking workouts with Grow with Joe on YouTube, and I've walked outside and on my treadmill, and that is it. Okay? Walking is so underrated. When you're walking, you want to walk at a faster pace so that you are in that fat burning zone, and you want to walk for a good amount of time, at least 30 minutes, but even 10 to 20 minutes, great. You know what? Because walking is better than not walking. So just anything. Third, don't buy food that triggers you, okay? If you have chips in the house and you know that that is one of your weaknesses and you're gonna eat that whole bag, stop buying chips. Don't have them in your house. Don't say, oh, I'll just have a little bit and then I'll put the bag away. Because you know yourself and you know you're not going to put that bag away. Don't buy foods that trigger you. Yes, eventually we want to be able to eat all foods in moderation, but right now you know that you are not headstrong enough to do that. 4, drink water, okay? You need to drink water. We are adults and we can drink water, all right? Your body is thirsty. You're not always hungry. A lot of it is because you're dehydrated and you just need to drink some water. Put some flavoring in it. It doesn't matter. Just drink water. Number 5, keep yourself busy. Don't just sit on the couch and think about food all day. Get a hobby, okay? Go for a walk. Leave the house. Clean the house. Just don't sit there and think about what you're going to eat all day. Number 6, you're not going to like to hear this, but you need to track your food. Because if you're used to eating a lot of food, you don't know how many calories are in the food you're eating right now. And you need to educate yourself so that you can make those adjustments. Number 7, 0-calorie carbonated drinks. Okay, that means sparkling waters, that means sodas. They're gonna help you stay more full, and they're also gonna help with that sweet craving. Okay, I like to drink a sparkling water or a diet pop before I eat a meal so that when I'm eating the food, I'm going to be more full. That's it for now. Let me know if you want some more.
If I woke up tomorrow 20 pounds heavier and I wanted it off by the holidays, I wanted to get skinny, snatched, tiny toned in 30 days, here's exactly what I would do. Number 1, 10,000 steps a day. 10,000 steps a day. And don't let that number deter you either. If you cannot hit 10,000 at first, start with 6,000 a day. Once that's consistent, do 8, do 10. But you always hear that number because it is an amazing number to hit every day. It keeps you active enough. It makes you think about staying on your feet, going on walks, moving your body, and you will lose the weight. I promise you. Number 2, 30-minute walk every single day, minimum. When I started doing this, number 1, it helps with number 1 with the 10,000 steps. Number 2, the belly fat was disappearing. I like doing a 30-minute walk before my breakfast, a little fasted cardio. Going outside lowers your cortisol levels, it wakes your body up, it makes you feel so good, clears your mind, and it burns the belly fat. So go on those walks. And a little bonus that I wish I knew earlier in my journey that I religiously do now is after dinner, go for a 10 to 15-minute walk. It doesn't have to be a workout walk, a quick walk, a sweaty walk, just a slow walk. It's gonna help you in so many ways, help you digest your food, prevent bloating, and it's going to keep your insulin levels from spiking so you won't crash later in the night and have crazy cravings that will destroy your progress. Number 3, you have to be in a calorie deficit. You have to be in a calorie deficit. Sometimes people get mad at me for saying that, but girl, it's a fact. You will not lose the weight unless you're in a calorie deficit. I don't recommend anything more than a 400 calorie deficit. So where your maintenance is to where you're eating, no more than 400 difference, or else it is not sustainable. You will be hungry, you'll be fatigued, and as soon as you start eating more, that weight will come right back. Number 4, utilize your liquids. They're so helpful in a calorie deficit. I have become the biggest drink girly. I will always choose a drink over food now. I love my drinks, I'm obsessed with them. So make water your best friend and get a water bottle with a straw. It helps you drink it a lot more. Keep it with you all throughout the day. You will mindlessly be getting so much more water, 64 ounces minimum. Also caffeine. I've been utilizing it a lot and it has really helped me. It's a great appetite suppressant, gives you some energy, makes you feel good. Love my caffeine. Fix your sleep schedule. Work on your sleep, getting high quality and enough hours of sleep every single night. At the beginning of my journey, I was doing everything right. I was dieting so hard, I was working out, I was avoiding alcohol, all these bad foods, and I was still not losing the pudge on my stomach until I started sleeping. It spikes your cortisol. It will hold onto that belly fat like crazy. You'll be exhausted, you'll have brain fog. Your metabolism is slowed, but your appetite increases. It messes your weight loss up tremendously. If you guys do all these things, I promise you, you will lose the weight really quickly. Your body will transform. They are such good lifelong habits to develop. I got you. I love you guys. If I woke up tomorrow 20 pounds heavier and I wanted it off by the holidays, I wanted to get skinny, snatched, tiny toned in 30 days, here's exactly what I would do. Number 1, 10,000 steps a day. 10,000 steps a day. And don't let that number deter you either. If you cannot hit 10,000 at first, start with 6,000 a day.
Once that's consistent, do 8, do 10. But you always hear that number because it is an amazing number to hit every day. It keeps you active enough. It makes you think about staying on your feet, going on walks, moving your body, and you will lose the weight. I promise you. Number 2, 30-minute walk every single day, minimum. When I started doing this, number 1, it helps with number 1 with the 10,000 steps. Number 2, the belly fat was disappearing. I like doing a 30-minute walk before my breakfast, a little fasted cardio. Going outside lowers your cortisol levels, it wakes your body up, it makes you feel so good, clears your mind, and it burns the belly fat. So go on those walks. And a little bonus that I wish I knew earlier in my journey that I religiously do now is after dinner, go for a 10 to 15-minute walk. It doesn't have to be a workout walk, a quick walk, a sweaty walk, just a slow walk. It's gonna help you in so many ways, help you digest your food, prevent bloating, and it's going to keep your insulin levels from spiking so you won't crash later in the night and have crazy cravings that will destroy your progress. Number 3, you have to be in a calorie deficit. You have to be in a calorie deficit. Sometimes people get mad at me for saying that, but girl, it's a fact. You will not lose the weight unless you're in a calorie deficit. I don't recommend anything more than a 400 calorie deficit. So where your maintenance is to where you're eating, no more than 400 difference, or else it is not sustainable. You will be hungry, you'll be fatigued, and as soon as you start eating more, that weight will come right back. Number 4, utilize your liquids. They're so helpful in a calorie deficit. I have become the biggest drink girly. I will always choose a drink over food now. I love my drinks, I'm obsessed with them. So make water your best friend and get a water bottle with a straw. It helps you drink it a lot more. Keep it with you all throughout the day. You will mindlessly be getting so much more water, 64 ounces minimum. Also caffeine. I've been utilizing it a lot and it has really helped me. It's a great appetite suppressant, gives you some energy, makes you feel good. Love my caffeine. Fix your sleep schedule. Work on your sleep, getting high quality and enough hours of sleep every single night. At the beginning of my journey, I was doing everything right. I was dieting so hard, I was working out, I was avoiding alcohol, all these bad foods, and I was still not losing the pudge on my stomach until I started sleeping. It spikes your cortisol. It will hold onto that belly fat like crazy. You'll be exhausted, you'll have brain fog. Your metabolism is slowed, but your appetite increases. It messes your weight loss up tremendously. If you guys do all these things, I promise you, you will lose the weight really quickly. Your body will transform. They are such good lifelong habits to develop. I got you. I love you guys.
Hello besties. So we're gonna lose weight and I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to do it. The lazy girl's guide to weight loss, if you will. First things bloody first. If you are someone who does not want to lose weight, just scroll. This video is not for you. I'm not telling you need to lose weight. But if you are someone who is trying to lose weight and you are finding it hard, this is gonna be the video for you. Let's go. Also, before we get started, head over to my page and hit follow because I have loads of videos like this. Have a little binge. So, number 1, we're gonna drink more water. When you get up, drink water. When you go to bed, drink water. When you go into the kitchen, get yourself a glass of water. A lot of the time when we are dehydrated, we think we're hungry. So we'll have a snack. Have a glass of water. If you are still hungry after that, have yourself a snack. Also, making sure to drink water in the morning kickstarts your metabolism. Like, it kickstarts everything. We are like something like 70%. I don't even making that up. Like, we're a lot of percentage of water. So we need to feed that. Number 2, walk more. Walking is literally great for fat loss. It's low intensity, steady state cardio, and it puts you into that fat burning zone. Also, if you're someone who likes going for runs or going for jogs, I mean, I don't know because this is like the lazy girl's guide to weight loss. But if you do like doing that, do that as well. Whatever works for you to move your body. But if you need to go to the shop, just walk it. Maybe get off the bus a couple stops early before you go to work. Get up earlier in the morning, just go for an hour walk. Get a walking pad. I got one of them recently, fucking great. Now, as this is a lazy girl's guide to weight loss, we do not want to be meal prepping, but you might want to half meal prep. What do I mean by that? I mean, prep your proteins and your veggies. If you have something in the fridge that you can just go and grab, like some chicken, like shredded chicken, or just some like roasted broccoli or roasted veg, you're more likely to reach for that than going to reach for the crisps or putting some chips in the oven. Also makes it much easier to build your meals because you're not prepping the entire meal, but you've just got like a load of stuff that's just like prepped in the fridge. Now, this one I kind of love and hate, but it's buy pre-packaged food. And when I say that, I mean like try and buy things where you can recycle the packaging afterwards. But if you buy like chicken that's already cooked or rice that's already cooked and you can just easily whack in the microwave or just like put it into salads, you're more likely to use it. This one is really hard for anyone to hear, but it is sleep more. Especially us girls, we need more sleep than men. Did you know like most of the research done on sleep has been done on men? And they've only just recently realised that women need more sleep than men. So if you're scrolling and watching this at 3 a.m, go to bed. Save it and go to bed. Watch it tomorrow. But sleep is so important when it comes to weight loss. If we are deprived of sleep, normally our cortisol levels are like spiked and our hunger levels, our ghrelin is like out of control. And then that's when we just want to like eat for like no reason. We're tired, we're grouchy, we don't want to go to the gym, we don't want to get out of the house to go for a walk. So go to sleep. This one is something that I've done kind of like a lot of my life, but it's eat dinner later. If I ate dinner at like 6 or 7 o'clock, I would find myself being hungry again by the time I went to bed. And then I'd be like, oh, I feel like I need to have something else. I hate going to bed hungry. So I will hold off my dinner and have it. I'd rather be hungry for like an hour before dinner than hungry an hour before bed. So I'll hold off having my dinner until probably like 8 o'clock, unless I'm at my boyfriend's because he's a hungry little gremlin and he's like, we need to eat dinner now. So then I'll just have like a hot chocolate or popcorn or something after dinner. But yeah, eat dinner later. Next one is going to be hard for a lot of us gallies, especially because summer's coming up, but it's cut down on your alcohol. Alcohol is literally empty calories, especially when it comes to things like cocktails and beers. Cocktails have a lot of sugar in, hidden sugars, juices. Orange juice, although it is orange and it's fruit, is not that healthy for you because it's just full of sugar. Alcohol also has a lot of calories in it. I think like one shot of vodka is something like 70 or 80 calories. So if you're having like 10 double vodka, even Diet Cokes, and it's just the vodka that your calorie intake is from, oh my God, maths. That's 1,400 calories. I definitely had that on Saturday night, 100%. So you could be eradicating your entire calorie deficit just from one night of drinking. I'm sorry. However, if you are someone who is going to continue drinking, maybe just try and stick to singles and stick to white spirits. So go for like vodka, rum, white rum, tequila, and stick to like soda limes or like soda and squash. I just take one of those little like Robinson's squashies with me when I go out. I know it's a bit weird, but it works. And I just ask for vodka water. Also, it hydrates me and I don't feel as hungover the next day. Look, she says that. Sunday I was so hungover that I genuinely couldn't keep anything down the entire day. Anyway, next one is half your portions. This is especially true for someone who does not want to count any calories. If you are very aware that you are eating 3 meals a day and you are not losing weight and you're not snacking, the chances are you're just having 2 bigger portions of your meals. So when it comes to like lunch or dinner, probably like breakfast, have a big breakfast, enjoy yourself. But when it comes to lunch and dinner, just half your rice or like try and double your protein and double your veg and half your carbs. So like your rice, your pasta or like your noodles or anything like that. Because the chances are you are just having more portion than you actually are supposed to. Like if you're not weighing it out, it's mad. It's actually mad. Next is find a good protein powder. A good protein powder will be a great replacement for a snack. It also is great to add into things like oats if you're someone who has porridge in the morning because it will bulk up the protein in that meal. And the more protein you have in your diet, the fuller you will feel because protein is broken down slower by the body. And also, if you are someone who is going to the gym and training, your weight training, you are trying to build muscle, you need protein to make sure you're building that muscle back up. Also, the more muscle you have, the more fat you can burn. So if you are someone who does enjoy weight training, really try and stick to it because you can really get some good results from weight training and eating healthy with loads of protein. The best protein powder that I absolutely love is from Free Soul. I know I yap on about it all the time, but it's over on my page in my showcase. And it also has loads of added vitamins and minerals to support girls and our cycles. So that is obviously great for training anyway. And the last one is be really aware of the oils and the spreads that you're using. If you're someone who uses olive oil and you're just tipping olive oil into your pan, that is a lot of calories just from fat. Or if you're someone who's using butter and you're putting a knob of butter into your pan, like that can also rack up. What I use is that spray olive oil bottle. Again, it's over in my showcase, but it's like you fill it up with olive oil and then it sprays it into the pan. So you get like only a few calories of oil, but it still leaves it like non-sticking, not sticking to the pan, if that makes sense. You can also use this as like a salad dressing, I guess. That's a good idea, actually. I never really thought about the pool. But anyway, weight loss does not need to be hard. It is made hard by the media. You're told all these things that you need to do, all these diets you need to go on, when in reality, all you need to do is eat less and move more. And all of those things are going to really help you do that. But yeah, I hope this helped. And let me know if you have any other tips or tricks. Let's share them with everyone because we're all friends here. Love ya.
I have another weight loss tip, and this may be a little unorthodox, but I feel like sometimes it worked. So at the beginning of my weight loss journey, sometimes it was hard. It was hard to not, if you have a weird relationship with food where you just have like a scarcity mindset or like, I don't know, maybe like you like crave cookies and like you fixate on that cookie. Like sometimes my ADHD, like I fixate on things. And then one thing I would do, and honestly, I feel like sometimes it worked and people probably won't like this opinion, but I don't care. It might help some. I would be a little snooty about things when I was first like, ugh, I don't eat that. I feel my body. My body's a temple. Like I would be like, no, I wouldn't be rude about it to other people. But like in my mind, I was like, we don't do that. Like, I honestly would think of myself like I was a Victoria's Secret model. Like, I am not eating that because I that? Are you joking? Like, I almost had this like snooty attitude, and then I got so used to not eating things that I just kind of like forgot about it, and I'm like, oh, it's not even that good. Like, when you retry it again because your body's so used to other things, and like the sugar or the chips or whatever just didn't hit the same. But I always love that because sometimes, like, let's say you're on a weight loss journey, right? And you're going, you had a couple days you fell off, but you're really craving those foods. Like, it's sometimes when it's in your system, you're still craving it and you can still, like, you want it, but you know it's not gonna taste good, but your body's like, your brain is like, I need it. I would do this and be like, no, I can't be eating these things because I am treating myself right. I have things to do. I'm busy or whatever. Like, I would just be snooty about it and be like, I don't need it.
I lost 85 pounds in 6 months last year, and these are some advice that I would give you if you're on a weight loss journey and you're getting started. I've always been a gym girl. I've always trained hard. I've always lifted weight all my life. I can show you, I'm probably gonna put some pictures here for reference. And I never had my dream body. I never lost the weight. It was always there. Like, I was lifting, I was strong. I would go to the gym all the time, but I never lost weight. I never reached the weight I wanted to be at. Last year, when I decided to lose the weight, I thought, why don't I try something completely different that's very easy on my body, very easy on my mind, that I can incorporate in anything and do it a lot and not get tired as much? Because the gym was tiring and it was effective. I was getting strong. I was doing the progressive overload, but I felt tired, I felt hungry, I felt sluggish if I didn't eat more, and the more I ate, the more I gained the weight. So it was kind of like a vicious cycle. I stopped going to the gym. At least at the beginning, I stopped going to the gym altogether. I just walked every single day. I walked every day, all the time. There's a lot of like this excuse that comes back often, that like people don't have time to hit 10,000 steps a day, but it adds up pretty quickly, and you have to make it a priority. If you want to lose weight, you have to make weight loss a priority. Second thing was intermittent fasting. I did intermittent fasting, so I started with 16 hours of fasting a day and then 8 hours for my eating window, and I did that for about a month and a half, and then I felt super comfortable with fasting and I got so adapted that I upped my hours. So you do whatever you want to do with the fasting. It can be any time of the day. Fasting is a great tool, and it also lowers your calorie automatically. Like, it puts you in a calorie deficit because you're fasting. Like, you're spending hours in a day on end without eating. For every single meal and every single snack, I prioritized protein and fiber. First thought when it was time to eat was, how can I get as much protein as possible, and how can I get as much fiber as possible? That was my first thought. I didn't count my calories, I didn't track my macros, but I had a food list and I knew which foods to prioritize for protein, which ones to prioritize for fiber, and I made sure I ate those the most. And then I made sure I slept enough, because if you don't sleep enough, and by enough I mean 7 hours and more, if you don't sleep enough during the day, your body's stressed because you didn't rest, and when your body's stressed, it tends to make you want to eat more. So sleeping is a great tool for weight loss. Prioritize it, okay? You're taking 5, 6, 7, 8 months where you matter the most in your life and your health matter the most. So put everything aside. Put everything you can put on the side, put it on the side, and focus on you. You have to get healthier. You have to lose the weight. You have to feel better in your skin. You have to get more confident. So think about that and prioritize your sleep. Sometimes you think you're hungry, but you're not hungry, you're thirsty. And it's true, you're just dehydrated. You need to drink more water to make sure you're receiving the right hunger cues. I'm always drinking teas, I'm always drinking herbs, always adding something into my water. Apple cider vinegar, lemon, tea, herbs, anything that just makes my water work for me more. So that's another tip. I don't want excuses, I want work, I want results, I want consistency. Let's get to work, ladies.
3 things. Honestly, if you're not doing these 3 things, you will not lose weight. I personally have lost 52 pounds in the past few years. I used to weigh 170 pounds and now I weigh 117. So it might be like 53. I don't know. I don't know the exact numbers anymore, but the first thing, and I know you've heard it a million times, but you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you are not in a calorie deficit, there is literally no way for you to lose weight. I don't care how much you're exercising. I don't care how long you're at the gym for. You are not going to lose weight unless you are in a calorie deficit. And I was guilty of this. I used to think that I could work out for 3 hours a day and then go home and get Chick-fil-A and eat whatever I want. And that's why I wasn't losing weight. I was the exact same weight. I wasn't seeing any difference, even though I was literally spending hours at the gym and killing myself every single day. So put that bag of chips down and go eat something healthier. There are so many good low-calorie options that you just don't know. One little quick like healthy snack that I love is cottage cheese with honey. Low calorie, high in protein, high in fat, and it tastes really good. So if you haven't tried it, go try that. And I used to be a really big snacker, so what I started doing was eating like the lesser evil popcorn, because that's really low calorie, and I also would just eat cottage cheese with honey whenever I was hungry. Remember, I want to say it's like 90%, I don't really remember, so don't come for me, but 90% of losing weight, or it's 80%, is eating healthier. The rest of that is going to the gym. You could go to the gym for hours and not see progress because of your diet, and that's probably what's happening to you. The next thing is getting at least 10,000 steps a day. I used to think that if I ran like a mile or two after my workouts, I would be snatched. That never happened. I really only started seeing progress when I stopped doing high intensity cardio, like running, sprints, the Stairmaster at like a really high level, and I started walking. Like I literally would just walk 10,000 steps a day. There are some days I didn't feel like working out and I would just go to the gym and walk. And in that month, I literally lost 5 pounds. I kid you not. Walking is the best form of cardio if you want to get snatched and if you're trying to lose weight. I feel like it's easy. Just get on the phone, talk to someone, watch a YouTube video for like an hour, and you've already walked 3 miles. Especially because if you are a girl, like as women, our bodies are not like men. Like we can't run every single day. Like, I mean, I'm sure some of you can, but like it impacts your cortisol levels, and in the long run, like hormonally, it's not the best for you. I feel like there's certain phases of your cycle where it's most beneficial for you to do high intensity cardio, but you know, we should really, as women, we should really like work with our cycle and work with our hormones instead of working against them. And if you can't get rid of like stubborn belly fat, it might be because of your cortisol levels. You might be working out way too intensely and your body is not getting enough rest. Rest days are also really important. You can't be going to the gym 6 days a week because you're not going to see progress. Honestly, when I stopped going to the gym 6 days a week and I started going like 4 to 5 days a week, I saw so much more progress with my weight loss. And last but not least is consistency. You can go to the gym for a week and then not go for a month and you won't see any progress, like even if you're doing the most intense workouts. Or you could go to the gym every single day for literally like 30 minutes, but you're just consistent and you'll see so much more progress. Yeah, consistency is so important because you could eat healthy one day and then eat junk food for the rest of the week, and eating healthy for that one day does not matter because you ate whatever you wanted to for the rest of the week. And you know, you eating healthy once or twice throughout the week just doesn't help. It's not even eating healthy. If you don't even have time to eat healthy, just eat within your caloric range. And in order to calculate that, all you need to do is know how old you are, obviously your gender and your height, and put that into like a daily caloric calculator. I don't know, that's what I did, I think. And if I want to be like in an extreme deficit, I need to eat like at least 1,300 calories, which is not healthy. That's like if you want to lose weight quick for my height, because I'm 5'9". I just turned 22 and I'm obviously a girl. But like, you know, just like look at what your recommended daily intake is and then try to eat like a little less in comparison to that. Because I used to only look at like the amount of sugar in this, and if it's like 300 calories, I don't care because it's still healthy. No, that's not gonna work. Calories matter. And if you think you're big boned, you're not. That is not a thing. I swear to God, people used to always be like, I used to always be like, oh my God, like I'm big boned, like I'll never lose weight. Because I was always the chubbier friend growing up. I always just thought that's how I was. And I was like, there's no changing that. That's a lie. Literally, you're just fat. So I lost my first 20 pounds like the summer of my freshman year of college. I went from 170 pounds to 150. And I had done that by simply going to the gym. Like, I will be honest, I did not change my diet. I was eating whatever I wanted to, but I was spending hours at the gym. Hours. I don't spend hours anymore. I don't have that much energy, but I was taking creatine and protein powder and pre-workout, and I was like a gym rat, like a heavy gym rat. And I still go to the gym a lot, but I don't think I'm like a gym rat anymore. But I wasn't happy with my physique because I looked bulky. And people will say you don't look bulky, like it's your diet, working out won't make you bulky. That's true, but realistically, if you're lifting that heavy, your body is going to want you to eat more food, and because of that, you will become bulky. So I feel like people need to learn to like balance their routines and what they eat and keep a certain physique goal in mind. Otherwise, you will get bulky. So yeah, because I was going to the gym consistently, and even though I wasn't watching my diet, I did like cardio here and there, whatever, I lost 20 pounds. And then in 2024, I was still like a heavy gym goer. I was still taking creatine and pre-workout and all these supplements, but I was not happy with my physique. I felt like a man. I'm already 5'9", keep that in mind, so I'm tall. And I just had like broad shoulders and like I literally looked like a man. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing whatever I'm doing right now because it has not worked for the past 2 years, and I am literally going to stop lifting. I stopped lifting. I don't recommend that. I stopped lifting as much. I would hit legs like once or twice a week maybe. I started doing ab workouts and I started walking a lot. I also drank a gallon of water every single day. I feel like that's really important, drinking water. But yeah, I drank a gallon of water every single day. No compromising on that. I was in a caloric deficit and I walked and I lost 40 pounds over the summer. And I ate everything I wanted to. I did not, like, I would make like a vegetable fruit smoothie for myself, but that was like the healthiest thing I was eating. I was eating whatever I wanted to. I just made sure I stayed within my caloric range. And I lost all of that weight. And I literally never thought I would be 117 pounds because I was always the chubbier, big bone friend. So I'm here to tell you that you can do it. You just need to be consistent, watch your calories, and walk. I also should have added drinking a gallon of water, but I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know, common sense. Honestly, these are the only 3 things you need to do, and you will lose weight, and you will do it fast and in a healthy way. So yeah, good luck.
So your goal for 2025 is to lose weight. I have 10 tips for you to help you stay on track on a calorie deficit, actually lose the weight, and keep it off. Number 1, get rid of your all or nothing mentality. The mentality that says that, oh, it's January 1st, so now I can't have any soda, I can't have cookies, I can't have donuts, I can't go out for drinks with my friend, I can't eat fast food. You don't have to get rid of everything all on January 1st. You can start with the smallest of changes, like still drink soda, but maybe drink half the amount that you normally drink a day. That alone will take away so many calories from your daily intake that alone could make you lose weight. You wouldn't have to do anything else. Just stop drinking so much soda. Like, it's little things. People think you have to do everything at once and be perfect. You do not. Because remember, after you lose the weight, you're going to have to go to a lifestyle that you can maintain, and getting rid of everything just so you can lose that weight is not sustainable. Number 2, gravitate towards mostly whole foods. Yes, processed foods are okay. You want to have, like I said previously, you want to have a balanced lifestyle. You want to be able to not restrict yourself and have things you still enjoy. But if you choose more whole foods, you're going to feel better, your body's going to feel better, and whole foods tend to be lower in calories, so you can eat more volume when you eat whole foods compared to things that are processed. And to piggyback off that one, number 3 is volume eating. This will change your life. I think volume eating is so beneficial when you're in a fat loss phase. Being able to eat more in a calorie deficit is huge. You're already hungry. Like, you're supposed to be hungry in a calorie deficit. Like, that's normal. Sometimes it gets to be really hard, so choosing foods that are higher in volume, lower in calorie are going to help you out. Some examples are adding a bunch of egg whites to the eggs you already make in the morning. Like, literally add 200 grams of egg whites with 2 eggs, and that's a huge amount of eggs and less calories versus having 3 or 4 normal eggs. Other examples are adding a bunch of lettuce to your meals, adding a bunch of other vegetables, adding more volume so you can eat more, so your brain thinks that you're eating more, which you are, but it's less in calories, so you're not putting on weight. You're able to stay in your calorie deficit. This one's probably going to make some people mad, but if you think you're hungry but you're not willing to eat an apple, you're not actually hungry, you're just bored. Because if your body's actually hungry, you'll eat an apple or a piece of fruit or a vegetable. Like, if your body is saying that you want a bag of chips or a donut or a Pop-Tart, but you won't eat an apple, you're probably just bored and you need to leave your apartment or your house and go do something else. If you've eaten a full meal and you think that you're hungry a little while later, but you're not willing to eat an apple, you're not hungry. Number 5, you need to be walking more. Like, if you're only walking 2,000 to 3,000 steps a day, how do you expect to lose fat? Like, you need to add more activity into your daily life. This is another controversial one, but stop being gentle with yourself. Sorry, like, I'm talking to myself, I'm preaching to myself here. Like, I was so soft with myself the last couple of years. I was like, it's okay, you can skip a workout. It's okay, you can overeat today. It's okay, you're gonna be okay. Like, yes, that there's a time and place to say those things, but I was telling myself this on a weekly basis. And then I was shocked that I wasn't reaching my goals. The rest of these are just gonna be controversial, so if you get offended easily, I'm surprised you're still here, honestly. But number 7, just because the sweet treat is there doesn't mean you have to eat it. Just because somebody ordered donuts or somebody brought cookies doesn't mean you have to eat one. Like, if you say yes to every single sweet treat offered to you, you're gonna hold yourself back from your goals. Like, you have to have the mentality that this food is always gonna be an option. I can always go to the store and get a donut, but I don't need it every single time it's offered. Number 8, if you're in the right headspace, I think that doing daily weights is so beneficial. If you can just see that your weight is a piece of data, a small piece of data, and there's so many factors that play into it, and you understand that, you'll know that the scale going up and down is so normal. You'll also understand that certain days when you eat later, or you have more carbs, or you have less carbs, is going to affect the scale the next day. And if you understand that, you're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I gained 3 pounds overnight. Like, no, you didn't. Also, if you're weighing yourself once a week, you could be weighing yourself on the heaviest day of the week, and that is discouraging because you could just be seeing the highest number of the week and not actually see any progress, and that can lead to you giving up sooner, if that makes sense. Number 9, calorie banking. This is when you save calories earlier in the week so you can have more of them on the weekend. So say you're going out for drinks with your friend on Saturday, or you and your husband are going on a date and you know you're going to be eating more on Friday or Saturday. You can eat less Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday and save calories so that you can eat more on Saturday. Number 10, if you take anything away from this, you guys, let it be this one. You have to want it so freaking bad that nothing and nobody is going to get in your way. Nothing, no circumstance, anything's gonna get in your way. They are willing to do absolutely everything and anything possible to get there. You guys, I'm so passionate about this because a couple months ago, I was in my skin, feeling myself, and I was like, I hate this feeling. I never want to feel like this again, ever. I never want to feel like this again. And so I won't. I'll never feel like that again. When you have that moment and you're like, this is it. Like, I will do absolutely anything to never feel like this again. That's when it kicks in and you actually like full blown go for it and actually reach your goals. And that's it. Those are my top 10 tips if your goal for 2025 is to lose weight.